Many thanks for joining us right here on Look Up Weekend, today being the 27th day of January 2024. My name is John Matava. Our sign language interpreter is Felista Adundo. Tonight, we have a lot for you, including thousands of women across the country holding a grand march against femicide in the country. And of course, Kenya Kwanza leaders castigate the Court of Appeal decision on the to stop housing levy. That, of course, and much more coming up just after the highlights. Tonight, total shutdown. Thousands of women across the country hold a grand march against femicide.
Ati kuna watu wameenda kotini atukuzuia. Sasa mimi nashangaa hii dunia. Kweli, wewe uko na kazi, unalipwa na wananchi wa Kenya.
Kenya Kwanza leaders castigate the Court of Appeal decision to stop housing levy. And DCI recover a car allegedly used in the murder of Meru blogger Sniper and arrest a suspect. Many thanks from wherever you're watching from. Let's get started. Women across the country took to the streets in thousands to protest the rising cases of femicide. The message "Stop Killing Women" business in Nairobi was brought to a standstill as they marched from Jivanji Gardens to Supreme Court, demanding an end to women killings. Brian Amwai marched alongside these women and files the following report.
Making their point in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, Eldoret, and in town after town across the country. Today, the 27th of January, thousands of women chanted, cried, they urged, we will not be killed, shouted, and most importantly, they say their names. With a mission to send the message home to end femicide, the silence had reached a breaking point following the rise in cases of women murders in the country. Their message:
saying that we are here to be heard, women's lives are non-negotiable.
Message to everybody today is for us to stop femicide. The conversation, as we have had, is stop femicide, because this culture of enhancing toxicity and bad cultural values is what is enhancing femicide. So it is time for us to respect the rights of women and to stop treating women as second-class citizens.
As the slain rest in peace, their names are printed and engraved in the minds of many. The world takes to the stand to demand justice for them and a safer tomorrow.
Voices need to be heard. Killing of women is unacceptable. Killing of women will not continue unabated. We are saying today with a united voice that the government should hear us. And those perpetrators, you are no longer anonymous. We are putting you on notice that you're not going to kill us.
We know them by name, we know where they come from, and we know that they faced injustice. So it's not like they just go and be forgotten. We know them, every single one of them. We know them by name, and we will say their names until they get justice.
Their safety at risk, their message coming from a point of enough is enough and directed to the government and society at large.
Time that male become our champions. We have to have a campaign where, the he are fighting for the she. It is a time where you have to teach your son that it is not good to beat a woman. It is not. There's other ways to settle.
Walking all over around fearing for their life doesn't mean that they have to walk with their pangas and machetes in their bag. What are we bringing about our community that people have to walk with weapons? So it means we are going to kill each other.
The young people of Kenya, the old men, all of us where we are, this violence must stop.
Still on the spate of killings and violence against women, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has warned that the country is staring at a dangerous future if radical security measures are not taken to protect the women. Odinga says barbaric acts witnessed in the recent past, coupled with the gender-based violence against women, should be a cause of concern for the security apparatus and should be addressed expeditiously. And Retende with more.
While on a continued tour of the coastal region for the ODM party membership recruitment drive, Azimio leader Raila Odinga has expressed anger and concern over the recent spate of killings and violence meted against women in the country. Odinga has warned such acts of barbarism are dangerous and a threat to the country's overall security if they are left unabated.
Gender violence is a big affront to security in our country. We must condemn gender violence the strongest terms possible in our country. We don't want people to practice bestiality against women. We want to ensure that our society guarantees our women proper freedom and security that they rightly deserve.
Odinga is concerned that women continue to fall victim in the hands of careless and senseless men who appear to be on a ritualistic killings.
Tumeona vioja, tukiona wamama wanauliwa hovyo hovyo. Wamama wanakatwa kata kama mtu ambaye anakata kuku. Tumeona mingi zaidi ambayo inaitwa gender violence. Kwanza tunalaani vitendo vya kinyama ambavyo vimefanyika hapa katika taifa letu.
The former premier also casted aspersions against men who are subjecting women to gender-based violence, pointing out also cultural practices that demean the women gender.
Bwana kama ameoa msichana, hiyo msichana si mali yake. Bibi si mali ya bwana. Bibi ana haki ya kuishi kama bwana. Kwa hivyo wewe usichukue bibi yako kama ni mali yako.
While insisting women are an integral part of a society, Odinga has insisted they must be accorded maximum respect and their rights protected.
Kina mama ndio wako na jukumu kubwa zaidi. Kazi ya wanaume ni kazi ya dakika tu. Anakwenda pale, anatonga risasi, basi kazi yake kwisha. Mama ndiye anabaki na hangaika na mtoto. Kwa hivyo ukisikia mtoto mwanaume au mwanaume akisema ati kina mama tu, ati huyu ni mama tu, huyu ni mama tu, huyu ni mpumbavu kabisa. Ni mtu mjinga, hajui hali ya maisha. Hakuna mwanaume ambaye ameolewa amezaliwa na mwanaume. Bila mama hakuna uzazi, hakuna uhai. Kwa hivyo mheshimu akina mama. Vijana mheshimu akina mama.
Raila wants the government to address cases of violence against women as a matter of urgency to stop continued killings. He was speaking in Mombasa where he led an ODM party membership recruitment drive. Henry Tende, Lookuptv.
Many thanks, Henry Tende, for that. As the government takes the heat following the dismissal of various projects by the Court of Appeal, Kenya Kwanza leaders led by President William RUTO and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua vote to proceed with the affordable housing projects nationwide, further warning the judiciary against interfering with the government development projects.
Ati kuna watu wameenda kotini atukuzuia. Sasa mimi nashangaa hii dunia. Kweli, wewe uko na kazi. Unalipwa na wananchi wa Kenya.
Even after a major setback from the court halting significant government projects, President William RUTO continues to support the launch of affordable housing projects, citing employment benefits for 20,000 youths.
Tumepanga kujenga nyumba 10,000 hapa Meru County. Na kupanga hizo nyumba 10,000 kujenga, tunahitaji vijana 20,000 wa kufanya hiyo kazi.
Similarly, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua supports President William Ruto's move to proceed with various projects despite the judiciary's intervention.
Lakini rais alikuta madeni mlolongo mzima
na wakati wa mwaka moja amepanga vile madeni italipwa. Sasa pesa imepatikana ya kufanya maendeleo, na ndio mwaka huu ameanza hapa Meru. Maendeleo itaanza hapa Meru kwa sababu hapa ni nyumbani.
The majority leader in Parliament, Kimani Ichung'wah, supports the government's commitment to implementing the affordable housing plan, emphasizing that the project must continue regardless of the setbacks.
Wakora wengine Nairobi wanampangia njama ya kusitisha kazi ya kuhakikisha vijana wamepata ajira. Rais aendelee kunyoroshana na hiyo wakora ama waache? Aendelee na housing ama aache? Aendelee. That is why, Your Excellency, we have told you from Parliament, and let me say specifically the National Assembly, we shall work to ensure that all the three arms of government work interdependently in an independent manner to achieve what is in the best interest of the people.
At the same time, Kenya Kwanza leaders led by Transport CS Kipchumba Murkomen vowed that the government will continue its affordable housing construction plan despite being altered by the court, warning judges against interfering with the government development projects.
Mimi nataka kusema hii kwa mambo ya judiciary, executive and legislature. Our judges and our parliament and the executive, we need a national conference to agree on the things that are national, that are important for the nation and can demonstrate patriotism.
John Matava, Lookuptv. DCI detectives have tracked down and recovered the vehicle that is believed to have been used to ferry blogger snipers killers. The car is also alleged to have been used in the sniper's abduction before his body was found in a river a few days later. The police also arrested Vincent Murray, the Kirini alias Supu, who allegedly hired the vehicle on the date of the sniper's abduction and subsequent murder.
Which was caused by a rope. He had evidence of someone who had lacked air, and which led to his death. We also saw some injuries on the chest. There were rib fractures on the right side, from the 7th, 8th, and 9th rib on the right side. So the main thing was that he was actually strangled to death and probably thrown to the river.
You're watching Look Up Weekend, 14 minutes top of the hour. We are off for a break. We'll be coming back with more stories for you. Stick around. We are coming back.
Mambo ni mawili, kufikisha, kumwaga na kurudi. Kulala ni mwaka mpya.
Muka we mse. Nini mbaya? Wewe kwani wani vile dereva anaendesha gari vibaya, lazima tususe. Anaendesha gari na kwa simu the whole time, hata angalia barabara. Wewe dereva wewe, mwaka iliyopita peke yake watu zaidi ya 3,000 walipoteza maisha yao barabarani kwa sababu ya tabia kama hizo. Hautatuangamiza tukiona.
Naomba msamaha, nitampeleka vizuri.
Si wameomba msamaha. Sasa tuende tusafiri kwa mwendo wa aste.
Dere Smart hufikisha abiria salama. Ujumbe huu umeletwa kwako na NTSA kwa ushirikiano na European Union.
Infinity Industrial Park is one of the largest private industrial parks located along Eastern Bypass, Nairobi, which provides modern infrastructure for smooth operations for industries and business enterprises. Infinity Industrial Park offers world-class amenities and facilities with wide roads, a police station, a power substation, fire station, public transport stage, hospital, and shopping mall. In addition, Infinity Industrial Park also offers CCTV cameras, 24-hour private armed security patrol, sewer, water, fiber optic cable, and 3-phase power connection, added to public utility, canteen, and dining areas. Sail on the golden opportunity to invest in Infinity Industrial Park, fully serviced warehouses at a special price of 3,569 Kenyan shillings per square foot. For more inquiries, visit our website infinityindustrialpark.com.
Welcome back. Thank you so much for staying with us. Women across the country took to the streets in thousands to protest the rising cases of femicide. Their message, "Stop Killing Women." A business in Nairobi was brought to a standstill as they marched from Givenchy Gardens to Supreme Court demanding an end to women killings. Brian Amwai marched alongside these women and files the following report.
Making their point in Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa, Eldoret, and in town after town across the country. Today, the 27th of January, thousands of women chanted, cried, they urged, we will not be killed, shouted, and most importantly, they said their names. With a mission to send the message home to end femicide, the silence had reached a breaking point following the rise in cases of women murders in the country. Their message,
saying that we are here to be heard. Women's lives are non-negotiable.
Message to everybody today is for us to stop femicide. The conversation, as we have had, is stop femicide, because this culture of enhancing toxicity and bad cultural values is what is enhancing femicide. So it is time for us to respect the rights of women and to stop treating women as second-class citizens.
As the slain rest in peace, their names are printed and engraved in the minds of many. The world takes to the stand to demand justice for them and a safer tomorrow.
Voices need to be heard. Killing of women is unacceptable. Killing of women will not continue unabated. We are saying today with a united voice that the government should hear us. And those perpetrators, you are no longer anonymous. We are putting you on notice that you're not going to kill us.
We know them by name, we know where they come from, and we know that they faced injustice. So it's not like they just go and be forgotten. We know them, every single one of them. We know them by name, and we'll say their names until they get justice.
Their safety at risk, their message coming from a point of enough is enough and directed to the government and society at large.
Time that male become our champions. We have to have a campaign where, the he are fighting for the she. It is a time where you have to teach your son that it is not good to beat a woman. It is not. There's other ways to settle conflicts.
There's an aspect of cybercrime, there's an aspect of homicide, and there's an aspect of transnational crime. So those are issues that the Ministry of Interior as well as the Ministry of ICT need to look at.
Men joining in the march, stressing on the message of protecting their sisters and women in their lives.
Lakini sasa ikifika kiwango ya kuua kina dada zetu, nafikiria pia ni makosa sana.
What does it mean if women are supposed to be walking all over around fearing for their life? Does it mean that they have to walk with their pangas and machetes in their bag? What are we bringing about our community that people have to walk with weapons? So it means we are going to kill each other.
The young people of Kenya, the old men, all of us where we are, this violence must stop.
The numbers are many. What does this mean for the women of Kenya?
We need to be in a society that is safe. We cannot, if we are not safe in our homes, we are not safe in the streets, we are not safe anywhere. It means that we need to be scared for our lives. And what saddens me is that people believe that women are killed because of money.
I always say women are a target. They are never safe. And this day was very personal for everyone to come out, because it's not about where or whom or why. Women are killed everywhere. Being in the house, you be in the Airbnb, you be on the road, it is happening. So women are always a target. So this day was very important.
The silence has been loud, and now they are breaking it, demanding an end to femicide cases in the country. Brian Amoai, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Many thanks, Brian Amwai. Indeed, a story that has been making headlines across months. Away from that, President William Ruto's 3-day tour in Meru County came to an end on Saturday after he launched a series of projects in the county, including launching affordable housing project, among others. Stanley Lugaria with the details of the visit that came with goodies.
Hapa waende na skills zao, wawe ni mechanical operators, wawe ni wale wanafanya nursing, wale wanafanya clinical officers, waende wafanye kazi nje, watuletee madola, tuendeshe taifa letu la Kenya. Vijana wa Kenya mko tayari? Vijana wa Kenya mko tayari? Kazi ikipatikana Kenya mtafanya? Kazi ikipatikana ng'ambo mtafanya? Si tulikubaliana kazi ni kazi?
President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua 3-day entourage in Meru came to an end as the duo launched a series of development projects in the county. On Saturday, he started off with a little chat at the market to have a word with the vendors, everyone desiring to have a chance with the Kenya one.
Fertilizer, the production has been very high. Now we have a lot of production. Sasa tunauza vile tulikuwa tunauza mbeleni at 100 shillings. Now we are selling at 70 bob.
Today's launched projects included Mitungu Technical Training Institute and Jetume ICT Hub in South Mente, Mweru Umoja Irrigation Development Project, before proceeding to Mukiria Technical Training Institute in Central Imenti to officially open a tuition block and engineering workshop and launch a TVET virtual desktop infrastructure project, as well as upgrading to bitumen standard of Kieni Kiandege Moroga Mara Road.
Na kuna barabara zingine mimi nitarudia hapa kwa sababu barabara ni nyingi bado inataka kufanyiwa kazi. That is why in that plan we already have 120,000 young people monetizing their talent on the digital space. And we want to grow that to 500,000 young people by the end of this year.
With Governor Kawira Mwangaza playing host, Ruto was in the company of his deputy Rigathi Gachagua, CS Lands Alice Wahome, and finally CS Education Ezekiel Machogu. Speaking during the convoy, Rigathi continued to hail the Kenya Kwanza leadership.
Watu ya azimio wanapiga kelele huko. They have no agenda. Hakuna kazi wamepanga anywhere. Hawana alternative plan. Wewe rais wetu kaa focus usukume kazi ya Kenya. Na nyinyi watu wa Meru tuunge rais mkono.
Additionally, the president revealed plans to create more job opportunities for the youth during a groundbreaking for Muchione Economic Stimulus Market, as he called on the three arms of government to work in tandem for the betterment of the country.
I am saying this, and I want all leaders in Kenya, including those in the judiciary, to understand that it is our collective responsibility to make sure that job creation is part of government policy. Tumepanga na Wamarekani, tumepanga na Wajerumani, tumepanga na Wafaransa, tumepanga na watu wa UAE kwamba vijana wa Kenya wanaweza kutoka hapa, waende na skills zao, waende wafanye kazi nje, watuletee madola, tuendeshe taifa letu la Kenya.
Stanley Lugaria, Lookuptv, Nairobi.
Residents of Nandi and Kisumu counties are calling on President William Ruto to revive Miwani Sugar Factory that stopped operations about 20 years ago. As Shamile Boy now falls, the residents are decrying tough times since the closure of the factory, which supported hundreds of families.
Ever since Miwani Sugar Factory stopped its operations
Over 20 years ago, residents of Kisumu and Nandi are decrying joblessness and subsequently grappling with high poverty levels. Led by Kenya Association of Sugarcane Leaders, residents urged the president to visit the factory and offer a permanent solution.
But we are asking you, because we have talked to every other single leader, every government official, we are inviting you, just like you went to Mumias, to come down to Miwani, to talk to the people of Miwani, to hear the people of Miwani.
The Secretary General of Kenya Sugarcane Growers Association, Richard Ochieng, claimed that RUTO is aware of the issue in Miwani factory, given that he was the Minister of Agriculture in the late Kibaki's administration. Ogendo said that the president is the only person who can offer solution to the problem.
Your Excellency the President, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, when this issue came up, you were then the Minister for Agriculture in the Kibaki government. This matter came before your desk. You are very well aware of the facts of this case. Then, fortunately, you became the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya.
The Kenya Association of Sugarcane Allied Products Chairman Charles Achieng, on the other hand, said that they were not happy with the decision that was made by the Ministry of Agriculture to exclude Miwani from the list of sugarcane factories that was set for the leasing. He maintained that the sugar factory sits on the public land, adding that all suits claiming ownership of the land have been dismissed by the courts.
Our attention has been drawn to the above matter, and a press release from the Ministry of Agriculture on the 25th of January 2024. Of particulars concerned to us is the exclusion of the above factory from the leasing program alongside Muhoroni, Chemelil, Soni and Zoya on account of ongoing court cases.
They are now calling on the president to address their situation. Reporting for Lookuptv, I'm Shamila Baraza.
Many thanks, Shamila, for that story. And of course, that finalizes our broadcast tonight. And many thanks for watching. And those that made this bulletin a success, we are saying thank you. My name is John Matava, our sign language interpreter. Tonight has been Feliste Dundo. Stay with us. Until then, bye-bye for now.